Breaking news, Samurai 8 sales are now in. Let's take a look. So a first look at the Samurai 8 volume sales are now officially out. We're going to pass you guys over to our number one correspondent for this story, Harrison Senpai. Harrison, take it away. Thank you, news person. So yes, Senpai Squad, we're here today talking about Samurai 8 because, as you're now fully aware, the sales are officially out, and this was the day that some Samurai 8 fans were dreading and some Samurai 8 fans were absolutely buzzing for, because it gave us a proper idea on where the series is at popularity-wise over in Japan, which is the main important factor when it comes to a series staying or going and being axed. And I'm sure you're well aware, if you didn't see the absolute breakdown on social media, Samurai 8 did not sell all too well. So Samurai 8 Volume 1 and 2 both released on the same day, which was kind of weird in itself. I'm not too sure if they did that in order to prolong and give Kishimoto as much time as possible, because obviously usually Volume 1 would release, you'd get an average-ish amount of sales, and Volume 2 would release, and then Shueisha would start to get the idea of whether or not those sales burst up or if they've continued to come down. And then it's like, okay, chuck Volume 3 out there. If that keeps going down, it's like, okay, boys, you gotta go. You got to go. Samurai 8, though, they did Volume 1 and 2 at the same time, so it's sort of like, it's hard to get an idea of whether or not people enjoyed it enough to carry on buying them, because you'd imagine a lot of people would have bought them in bulk anyway. So Volume 3, that comes out, I want to say, probably around January time, February maybe. You'd imagine that is going to be the big deciding factor on whether or not Samurai stays around for the future or not. But like I was saying, Volume 1 and 2, they sold about 12,000 copies each, which sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to some of the series that came out at the same time, or other volumes that released at the same time, and it's a really terrible comparison. I kept seeing people comparing them, how, like, oh, One Piece and Kimetsu no Yaiba outsold Samurai 8, it's getting axed. Well, no shit, Sherlock. No shit. The one I kept seeing everybody talk about is the fact that this brand new series called Spy Family or Spy X Family, I don't know which way it's pronounced, came out and sold like a cajillion copies. And to be honest, I am going to read that series at some point. Once I finish Enies Lobby in One Piece, I will be picking up Spy Family, and I may make a video on it because it seems like it is unbelievably popular for a brand new series, so I'm really excited to jump into that one. But going back onto Samurai 8, it's an unfair comparison. Spy Family seems to be an absolute anomaly in terms of volume sales for, I want to say it's Volume 1, and it sold so many copies. Fair play to it, round of applause. However, just because that happened, does that mean Samurai 8 is going to get axed? No, not necessarily. It's also unfortunate for Samurai 8 that it actually released and debuted in Shonen Jump at such a competitive time. We can all name at least 5 top tier series currently going on in Shonen Jump. You've got obviously One Piece, you've got Kimetsu no Yaiba, you've got Dr. Stone, Black Clover, The Promised Neverland. There's 6 straight away. Haikyuu. There's so many already established top quality series already that Samurai 8, if it wasn't Kishimoto, do I think it would be axed by now? Yes, I think it would be very, very close to it. However, another thing I keep seeing people say is that because it's Kishimoto, there's no chance it will get axed. That's false. It can still get axed. Kishimoto is not on some golden pedestal that can't get him axed from Shonen Jump. If it's doing bad and there's a series waiting in the limelight that will come up and potentially do better than it, Shueisha will say, Kishimoto, we appreciate you trying, you gotta go. there's another series here that's waiting to come up. They will do that. However, the benefit of it being Kishimoto is that, and I think this is like I was saying why they did Volume 1 and 2 at the same time, is I think they will give Kishimoto the benefit of the doubt. I think they'll give him slightly longer than your average brand new series that's close to getting cancelled. In my opinion anyway. Like I was saying, I think Volume 3 will be the massive deciding factor. If Volume 3, say what, these current volumes are sold like 12,000 a piece in the first few days. If Volume 3 like double, triples that, I think the series is safe. I think if it does that, the series is safe. However, if it keeps dropping off, say if it goes like down to 10,000 and 8,000, that's when the alarm bells start ringing, and that's when I'd say to you guys to enjoy it while it lasts. But anyway, all this talk about everyone saying how terribly it's sold, how's about we have a look at some comparisons and see actually how badly it has sold by comparing it to some of Shonen Jump's absolute powerhouses going on right now, and compare it to their first 2 volumes and see how badly or how well they actually sold. Now, I want to start this bit off with a massive disclaimer, okay? I did this chart. If it's highly inaccurate, okay, I take the blame. I do. I went off other people's Oricon sales charts for the first week. Some of them are slight estimates, they may be off by a couple thousand or so. I tried my very best. The main reason I'm saying is because I saw with some different people's sales charts have different numbers for each ones, and I'm thinking there's only one volume, how can you get it wrong? So I do apologise. However, I want to say that these are a very close, rough estimation to sales, and even if they're not, I think it still gives us a good idea of where Samurai 8 sits at. So I think, as you can see, we start off with Kimetsu no Yaiba, because that is the talk of the town right now. Volume 1 was just under 20k and Volume 2 was just over 20k, so that's sold about double what Samurai 8 has sold right now. Now, the 2 I really want to keep an eye on this chart, as you can see, are We Never Learn and Act Age, because they're the ones that, if anything, closely resemble Samurai 8 more than any of the others. Those are the series that came in and no one really knew of them. I mean, I don't see many people talk about We Never Learn. I've not seen it. I know there is a fan base and it's got like 9-10 volumes, so it's got to be doing something good. Act Age as well. I recently started reading Act Age. It's really, really good. It was something very different. However, it's only recently I've actually seen the fan base sort of blow up on our end, on Twitter, on social media. And it's like 80, 90 maybe chapters in. So some series mainly just do take a little bit while to get going. So fingers crossed, Samurai 8 is going to be one of those. I think if we want it to be sure to be staying around after Volume 3, I think Volume 3 has to jump up to around about the Dr. Stone, Haikyuu levels of sales, in my opinion, because if it's another just tiny little small jump up, then it's starting to look bad. And if it's a decrease, if there's a decrease in sales, boys, it's game over. I feel like it's game over. So fingers crossed, we do a nice little double. A double in sales, I think, would be perfect for Samurai 8. Hey, if it's our lucky day, triple them in sales, and we are eating good. But I think that more or less covers it up for this video. I just wanted to have a nice little discussion about the Samurai 8 sales, because I saw some people commenting on some of my videos asking me to do something like that, and I thought it'd make for a fun video, and also it's sort of the direction I want to take the channel now. I don't want to just be doing the same weekly reviews every single week for the same series, because for me, and I imagine for some of you guys as well, it does get boring doing the same thing every single time. So from now on, we're just gonna have a couple videos every single week. I'm gonna take more time on them, more time planning them, more time editing them, and hopefully sometimes they will be about a chapter if a chapter is that good, or an episode, or some news like this one. That's sort of the direction I want to take the channel in. But if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. We're trying to hit 3k by the end of the year. Help out if you can, hit the notification bell as well, and let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the Samurai 8 sales. Do you think it's safe, or do you think it's very, very close to the chopping block? I've seen you guys in another video, but until then, Peace.
執着の地を焦がす寡黙な炎おびき寄せられた神々の化身恐れを知らぬ剣が貫く
目指す場所とはまだ見ぬ定め近づいてくる決戦の時